Hello fellas, this here is my first 9 Circles inspired level. Came out in May of 2015, and it does not look that great. It looks like it was made by a 10-year-old who didn't know how the editor works, and that's because it was. Even though at this point I had released like 20 solo levels before this one, I still didn't really know or care to know what I was doing. This level doesn't really look much like what it was supposed to be inspired by, aside from maybe the wave part, and I'd try to change that with the next 3 levels after this. Later that year, I released 3 more, all trying to be more like what inspired them, and I think that was for the worse, as these are really just generic whatever levels, but they did look more like what inspired them. These 3 levels don't really have anything noteworthy. They weren't important to me when I made them, and as much as I'd like to ramble on about these to make the video longer, I can't. And that was all for my 1.9 Circles levels. 2.0 started out with 3 more levels that were very similar to the last 3, with the first coming out in October of 2015, which was just 2 months into 2.0. I didn't really spend much time on these, and at this point I was still playing on mobile only, and these 3 levels pretty much were just color swaps of the last 3, being just as lazy and copy and paste heavy, but with some new 2.0 stuff. That's really it. Skipping ahead to June of 2016, I released Crying Circles, which was my attempt at copying the Ultra Circle style that I thought was pretty cool. This level is still pretty bad, but it's a noticeable step up in quality compared to the last 6. This level was also the first level of mine to get put on YouTube. I didn't have a YouTube channel yet, so someone else did it. However, I can't find the video, and I can't credit the fellow who made it, but I remember being really happy about it, and it kinda inspired me to start trying hard and making levels. In October of that year, I released Dead of Night, which was one of those levels I tried to put a little bit more effort and care into. It's still obviously not good, but I was improving a little bit, and I was trying to put more creative stuff into my levels. I remember really trying to make up for my early 9 Circles levels by having the actual correct wave pulse effect, and then visually upgrading it with the Ultra style at the end of the level. Anyway, I ended up not being to make this level to the full idea I had at the time, due to the object limit, and that would lead me to feel pretty unsatisfied with any of my Circles levels. This level would be also the last of my 2.0 Circles levels. Over a year later, in January of 2018, in the new update of 2.1, I released this level, Grizzly. Now, I'd released a bunch of non-Circles levels in between this and the last, so I had some new experience, and along with the new editor, I really tried my hardest to make a decent Circles level. And I thought I did a decent job. This level was one of my hardest, didn't have a secret way, and had some of the better decoration I had done up to that point. Compared to the last several levels in this video, this is more consistent in overall quality, and a better level overall. It still wasn't that good though, and I knew that then, so I started to work on what I wanted to be my best level I could make, a level that would attempt to improve its quality to something I hadn't done before. In July of that same year, just under 7 years ago, I started my YouTube channel. My first video would be a preview for a new level I was working on, called Voltage. This level would showcase some unfinished decoration all the way into the wave part, showcasing some effects, designs, and art that was all very new to me. I would release 2 more previews for this level throughout the rest of 2018, and sometime around June of 2019, I would release the level. It'd become my new best level. It improved a lot of stuff compared to my previous levels. It still wasn't that good, but for me, especially at the time, I was really happy with what I had made. I think some parts of this level still hold up as not terrible today. And after this level, I had some account problems and stopped playing the game as much, and this would be my last level for all of 2.1. A little over 5 years later, I would release Damon, what I consider to be one of my better levels overall. This level, compared to the last couple of Circles levels I'd released, had more detailed designs, better visuals, more balanced and interesting gameplay, a cohesive and planned out theme and storyline, and was more polished in general. I've already said a lot about this level in other videos, so I'm just going to let the video play. couple of months later, I would release my most recent circles level, which was a classic 1.9 9 circles level. I'd been working on this level on and off for about 6 years, and I figured I could finish it now that I was playing the game again. This level was made with the intention of making an actual good classic 9 circles level, something I couldn't do during 1.9, and it doesn't aim to do much besides that, so it's not very original, but I didn't mess anything up too bad like I did with the actual 1.9 circles levels I made during that time. And, fun fact, 6 years ago I released a small little level called No Clip Wave, and that level was actually based off the first unfinished wave section of this level. And that is every 9 circles inspired level I have released. And since the release of the last one, I've teased a future circles level that I haven't actually properly previewed until now. The level is called Engel, and it is a sequel to Damon. The level is still in very early development though. Overall, I think I've had some good improvement in my circles levels. Most of them are mediocre at best, but that's whatever. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a good day.